Infinity Train is getting a new season. Yay! Exclusively on HBO Max. Okay. An article was just put out announcing this new season, and it shares basically just the base premise of the season. It's going to be focusing on 2 members of the Apex group that we met during Book 2. The article says, in the 3rd season of Infinity Train, during one of the Apex's routine scavenging missions, Grace and Simon find themselves separated from their group, and they realize that they'll have to rely on one another if they want a shot at actually surviving the train's dangerous cars. Dead set as they are clinging to the Apex's way of life when they end up meeting Hazel, an optimistic young girl traversing the train with her gorilla friend Tuba. So right there there's a new gorilla character named Tuba, and he carries tubas. So this is the best season of the show probably. It isn't long before Grace and Simon begin to realize that there might just be another way to survive and thrive on the Infinity Train that doesn't revolve around getting over on others. I'm sure you probably remember, but in Book 2, the Apex were a group of kids that were stuck on the train and who wanted to stay on the train. They made it their goal to make their numbers go up and cause as much crazy havoc as possible. So I guess this season will be focusing on 2 of those characters that we met last time, and having them actually develop and realize that maybe they should get off the train. I'm sure this news comes as a pretty big surprise because it didn't really seem like this series was going to keep going. I mean, Season 2 had a pretty okay ending, but the show's base concept is really strong. It could be used for a lot more other ideas. The creator of this series was really pushing the fact that the show needed views and digital purchases and stuff so that it could keep going. But apparently, it has actually already been going for a little bit. I know it's hard for us to understand how production of these things work because we're not a part of them, but on average, it takes probably 2 or more years for a show to be completed at all. And for that first year and a half or more, they don't ever actually announce the show. So the fact that they're announcing this and they have so many plot details ready and a poster and everything, this has probably been in production since Book 2 ended production. Meaning, really, it's probably pretty likely that this will come out maybe this fall or something. Of course, the whole quarantine situation is probably getting in the way of production, but who knows? I guess we can assume that the creator is really pushing promotion of the series because they're going to make even more seasons after this one, or at least they're planning to. Like, production-wise, if we say Book 1 and 2 of this series that have already come out were actually Season 1 of the show, then this Book 3 that's coming out is like Part 1 of Season 2. And the creator had been saying that they wanted a Season 3, which I guess technically would be another set of 2 books. Probably. I don't know how absolutely legitimate that is. That seems to pretty much make sense because, again, this new Apex season that's coming out is probably being animated as we speak. And if it's being animated as we speak, then it's been worked on for a few years now. I know we don't all have access to HBO Max, but it's really great to watch stuff on it if you have access to it. Things like Adventure Time Distant Lands and this upcoming season need the views on the service that they're available on so that they know people want more of it. So anyways, I'm interested to see where this goes. The Apex characters weren't really my favorite part of Book 2 necessarily. They kind of just seemed like they were there to cause a conflict, but getting an entire season focused on them should definitely make them deeper and more interesting. Plus, again, there's a gorilla named Tuba. We don't need anything else. Now I guess we just have to stay tuned and wait for more news about this season, but again, I would assume it would probably come out the end of this year or early next year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and super special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to know when I post a new video. Be sure to stay tuned for more new videos and live streams. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok to get frequent updates and video clips. And consider supporting me on Patreon for just $2 a month to get some behind-the-scenes content, like scripts and review notes, and even early videos. Once we get about 20 Patreon supporters, I'll start a Discord server for us to chat.